DRL fans, how are you feeling? It's time to get excited for a night of drone racing.
I think we're ready for some racing. What do you guys think? It's going to be close.
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. The most competitive roster in drone racing history is made to win as we kick off the new season in Silicon Valley. This is drone racing. This is DRL.
Come on, baby. Everything you got?
Welcome to PayPal Park and the DRL Alderaan World Championship. We're here for Level 1 Silicon Valley, and the racing is about to start.
Light deck is green. Light deck green. Here we go.
Let's take a look at the pilots and colors in Semifinal 1. Vanover, the 2019 DRL World Champ, flies the flashing disco drone. Amari flies white. MCK FPV flies purple, Maverick flies red, Killian flies blue, and Singu flies orange.
8, 7,
Semi-final 1,
5,
Heat 1. DRL's new season starts now. The whole shot through the U.S. Air Force gate, quickly up to the west roof. You've got the disco drone of Vanover in first, but oh, what a great pass by Amari. He's now out in front as they go through square gate. A lot of crashing. The Google Cloud gate only 3 pilots up. Maverick in red in the lead.
Vanover had an early lead there, but Maverick is doing a great job staying in front of Vanover, but I don't think that's going to last for very long.
On to lap number 2, back to the west roof. You've got Maverick closely followed by Vanover. The only other pilot up is the orange drone of Singu. Give Maverick credit. The square gate, now the Google Cloud gate, but you almost feel like there it is. Vanover waiting for his moment. Maverick trying to stay in contention around that south roof. Now back down to the flight deck sweeper. Vanover out in front, and he is all alone. Singu trying to stay relevant, but Vanover, Singu, the only pilots left. 2019 DRL World Champ Vanover wins heat number 1.
Man, hey, I gotta say, I'm sorry though about that split S. It was, I made a mistake and I saw you and it was racing, man. I just wanna
Call that heat, had a little bit of everything. What a way to start the year.
It's a great start to the year for everyone except for Killian's blue drone. All pilots launched clean, but we lost Killian when his drone bounced off the first gate. Amari takes hold of the lead out front, but more carnage happens in the square gate. MCK crashes himself out coming through the gate a little bit too high, and Vanover and Amari midair through the exit of this hairpin turn. Because Vanover had the inside blind, he's unaffected, while Amari takes propeller damage and is taken out. Vanover's entanglement leaves Maverick out front with the lead all the way back to the Google Cloud Gate. Vanover takes a tighter line through the split S to take back the lead and hold on for the rest of the heat.
Let's take another look at this heat from onboard Singu's drone.
And the Rock. Killian goes down early. In the lead, we have Vanover in front, or Amari in front. Vanover now in a battle with a midair, putting Maverick and Vanover in a battle through the Google Cloud Gate. Through the Ascension they go, up to the south gate, coming down the flight deck sweeper. Maverick, Singu, and Vanover in a battle. Coming on to lap 2, Vanover making the pass, Singu pushing on Maverick. Maverick now pulls ahead. These 180 gates are incredibly important. Let's see who can hold them off. Maverick doing an incredible job. Vanover and Singu just on top of him. Through the Google Cloud Gate they go. Vanover with the pass. There are now just a few gates left before the finish gate. Coming down the flight deck, sweeper. Maverick wants that first or second place. Bobble Maverick down, putting Singu into second. Vanover holding on to first. Through the Pentagon Gate they go to the finish gate. Vanover first, Singu second. Vanover into the finals.
Vanover, the 2019 champion, you win this first heat and you're on to the finals. Take me through the nerves heading into this first race.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't really feel that many nerves. This isn't my first time being here. I told all the new guys, summer camp's over. We're here racing for real now, and it was just great to get out there and have a great first race of the season.
Well, speaking of those new guys, Maverick was pushing you the entire race, battling back and forth. How were you aware of the other rookie that you were going toe-to-toe with?
Yeah, I mean, I got to train with Maverick a little bit before this first event, so I know he's very fast. He's got the pace. I felt like my pace was still a little bit stronger, though, in these early races, but I think that just comes down to experience inside DRL. So, you know, they're all definitely worthy competitors, and I'm excited to get back out there and get some more races in.
And you are on to the finals. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Let's go! Woo!
Vanover wins in 107.7. The only other pilot to complete the course, Singu. Vanover, the first pilot to advance to the finals. Each heat is 2 laps. Jordan, take us through the course.
Off the start, pilots head to the U.S. Air Force Gate, then climb to a hairpin turn at the west roof. They race back to the square gate and into a vertical hairpin at the Google Cloud Gate. Then it's through the ascent gate, up to the south roof, down to the flight deck sweeper, and back up to the north roof. From there, it's the U.S. Air Force Gate again for lap 2 or a sprint to the finish.
The track is absolutely amazing. It's a full throttle track, very wide open, so the racing is going to be very close.
Out of all the DRL tracks that I've flown in 4 seasons, that's probably the best one. It just seems to be the fastest through all the turns. You can really carry a lot of speed and focus on your lines. And it seems like already just in the practicing and in the time trials, everyone's going really fast at full throttle. So I think we're going to have some really fast racing.
This race in the cloud is presented by Google Cloud, and now through their unique partnership with DRL, developers can usher in the next era of tech-driven sports and take their cloud skills to new heights.
Finals pilots are into the flight deck.
DRL and Google Cloud are both organizations focused on making the future happen today through technology innovation, as well as learning and development. With DRL, that's through our simulator program, and for Google Cloud, it's through their developer and learning platforms.
We're really excited to talk about how we're going to work with Google Cloud so that our fans who love technology innovation are going to be able to get their hands on our actual race data.
Now the Google Cloud Gate, there it is! Vanover out in front, and he is all alone!
We're very excited about the Google Fly Cup Challenge. We're taking DRL's historical race data and giving it to Google developers. More information for the pilots means better racing and better performance.
The Google Cloud Fly Cup Challenge means that developers of all skill levels get to use that race data to come up with predictive outcomes by using Google Cloud Analytics tools, and you'll be able to give tips and tricks to the DRL pilots for their next season performance.
Yeah! The race in the cloud is just the beginning of an incredibly exciting next chapter for DRL. Large-scale live racing with incredible partners like Google at events around the world.
Vanover strikes first, but we're just getting started here at Level 1 Silicon Valley. Heat 2 is next.
The Algorand ecosystem is where monumental change takes shape. So come transform the world with us on Algorand.
The Drone Racing League, brought to you by Algorand, the world's most powerful and sustainable blockchain. By T-Mobile, stay connected with more 5G bars in more places. And by Points Cash, freedom to pay your way. Welcome back to Level 1 Silicon Valley. We're one heat into our first semifinal, and Vanover has already qualified for the finals. And Jordan, let's talk Vanover because his maturity showed in Heat 1.
It absolutely did. You know, Vanover, over the years, he's become a very strategic pilot. He's taking in what the rest of the racers are doing, and he's striking when the time counts.
Here in the semifinals, they fly 3 regular heats, with each heat winner automatically advancing to the finals. Everyone else is subject to sudden death, where only the winner is guaranteed to advance. Let's take a look at the pilots and colors in semifinal 1. Vanover, as mentioned, the 2019 DRL World Champ, flies the flashing disco drone. Amari flies white. MCK FPV from Korea flies purple. Maverick, a rookie, flies red. Killian, also a rookie from France, flies blue. And another rookie, Singu, from Spain, flies orange.
9, 8, 7,
Semifinal
6,
1,
5,
Heat 2.
4.
False start right there. It looked from MCK, but that's not going to affect the rest of the field as they fly fast and they fly true. Vanover, the disco drone, already out in front. It'll be the square gate followed by the Google Cloud gate. You've got Maverick in red trying to stay relevant in second. The ascent gate up to the south rim.
The pack's a bit more spread out this heat, so I don't think we're going to see any mid-air issues. So these guys have to stay on their line and make sure they stay focused on their own race.
Back down to the field level through the U.S. Air Force gate and starting lap number 2. Vanover with a clear lead, and it looks as though he's building on that. No problem at all for the leader. A great race for second between Maverick in red and Killian in blue.
Vanover just has such smooth and clean lines. You can see the way he flies. There's no corrections. He's just on these beautiful curves.
The clockwise turn around the north roof, one turn through the U.S. Air Force gate, and Vanover, by a wide margin, goes back-to-back. Killian in second.
I felt like I had a really good launch. I felt like I was gone on the launch. Wow.
Paul, new fans to DRL better get used to seeing crashes.
There's a huge benefit for getting out front. Vanover got out and away from all of the carnage that's happening behind him. In the first Google Cloud gate, you can see all the drones come through, but drones are sitting down on top of each other. They can't see that the other drones are around them because they can only see a small degree forward. When you get hit, you don't necessarily know that it's coming, so you've got to get out, get some clean space for you, and that's what Vanover is doing so well. We're moving on to see Maverick's perspective chasing down Killian and Vanover. You can see that Vanover has worked his way well out to the distance. He's already going around through the rafters, and Maverick's just doing everything he can to try to reel in Vanover. And it's never this perspective that you want to see because you want to be the guy that's out front, Vanover.
And they're off. MCK looking like he had a bit of a false start, falling off the launch stand, putting Vanover with a comfortable lead. Maverick Maverick and Amari battling closely behind him, going through the square gate to go. Amari making the pass over Maverick through the split S. Amari down with the midair, pushing Vanover to the front with Maverick close behind in second. This was the exact same scenario we saw just in the heat prior. Now we have Maverick being chased down by Killian for the 2-3 position. Vanover going to the west roof. Absolutely dominant over these pilots right now. Down to the square gate he goes, preparing for the Google Cloud split X. Maverick trying to hold off Killian in that Google Cloud gate where Killian makes the pass. Maverick does not want to accept that. He will push to try and make up that position, but it looks like Vanover is a clear leader here, with Maverick trying to make a position change over Killian, but it is not going to happen. With a 2-time win, Vanover, Killian, Maverick close behind. Singu in fourth.
A look at the leaderboard. Well, Vanover, there's no debating who's advancing to the finals so far, but keep in mind, 3 pilots will ultimately advance out of semifinal 1 to the finals. Do you want to fly like the pros? Download the DRL Sim on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and Epic Games. Just one more chance for the other pilots to join Vanover in the finals and avoid sudden death. Heat 3, coming up.
Is 70% water and 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us. Copy that. Aim high, Airman.
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. Welcome back to Silicon Valley and the opening level of the DRL Algorand World Championship. 2 heats into semifinal 1, and only Vanover has qualified for the finals. Jordan, let's talk about one of the many rookies here in 2022-2023, Maverick in the red jersey. He hasn't really been flying, at least competitively in terms of drones, for very long.
That's right. Maverick told us that he's only been flying FPV for like 2 years, which is pretty incredible. But he also says that he thrives under pressure, and we're really seeing that pay off here, and it definitely paid off for him in the 2022 Sim tryouts.
Let's roll through the pilots and colors once again. Vanover, the winner of 2 heats so far, flies the flashing disco drone, Amari white, MCK purple, Maverick red, Killian blue,
Racing
Singu
in 10,
orange.
9, 8,
Semifinal
7,
1,
6,
Heat 3.
5, 4.
Be prepared to pivot and impress. And right away, you've got the flashing drone of Vanover and the white drone of Amari in first and second. They head back down to the field level. It'll be the square gate followed by the Google Cloud gate. Get used to seeing that flashing drone in front. That's Vanover. Maverick with the bobble. He seems to be out, at least for the moment. And yes, both Maverick and Amari are DNFs. Vanover doesn't know, doesn't care, as he continues to put on this clinic.
He really is putting on a clinic. He's just launches hard every single time, gets in the front, so he doesn't have to worry about the other pilots around him as he's going around this course. We saw it's very easy to get midders going through the Google Cloud Gate right here. So you want to have a little bit of spread between the other pilots and you, and Vanover is doing a great job getting in front of everyone and staying there.
Right behind Vanover was MCK in the purple drone, but he just crashed out. That puts Killian in second. Vanover, meanwhile, is going to sweep this first semifinal. Last left turn through the US Air Force gate, and say hello to your winner once again. Vanover, 3 for 3. Killian, second.
Go, baby. Boom. Let's go. It's Vanny time.
Paul, all the pilots knew they needed to be on their A game going through the Google Cloud gate.
I feel like we just talked about it, but I think we need to talk about it again. Creating space for yourself out front is so important. We saw Maverick and Amari have a mid-air collision here in the Google Cloud gate again. They have to go through the Google Cloud gate backwards, so they can't necessarily see that the other drones are there. We're going to see the perspective of Vanover flying down to the Pentagon gate. He's got this extra space, but what makes Vanover so fast? He's pre-turning all of these turns. He's going through the Google Cloud gate backwards, and that's allowing him to get out front and stay in clean air. And that's why he's got so many points on the scoreboard. Vanover bringing it in for his third win in semifinals.
Leaderboard, pretty simple to figure out. Vanover, yes, he is heading on to the finals, but in sudden death with no one else winning, that means 2 pilots will now advance out of sudden death as well.
This is semifinal number 1. Sudden
Jordan,
death.
we've got 4 rookies and
Semifinal
Amari here. Sudden
Sudden
death
death.
is so much pressure. Who's going to win it?
I think the person who has the best chance of getting into the finals is Singu. He's actually finished all 3 of these races, so he has the consistency. He knows how to stay calm. He knows how to stay in the race. And when there's 1 and 2 spots in that sudden death, that's all you need to do. And then MCK, I think he has the speed to do it if he can stay in the air.
9, 8, 7,
Semifinal 1,
5,
sudden death.
4.
Someone's headed home. Don't let it be you. Great start by Maverick in red. He's first heading up to the west roof. You've got Singu in orange right there. Amari in white. A big wide turn for Maverick. That leaves a bunch of people with a chance. There's the square gate heading to the Google Cloud gate. Maverick protecting his lead, but just barely.
Oh man, that is a dangerous place to be because at any moment you can run into each other. Oh, look at MCK pulling away.
The purple throne of MCK has moved out in front. On to lap number 2. We're hearing Maverick's going to get called for a false start. That'll be a time penalty, but MCK in purple. Amari in white. Oh, back behind them. There was contact. That leaves room for MCK in purple. Maverick in second, but remember, the red drone with the time penalty. Singu in orange has now moved into second. But MCK, he's put it together when he needed to. A couple more turns. MCK in his first year in DRL, living up to the hype, at least here in sudden death. MCK and Singu will
Singu?
advance.
Yes. Let's go, baby. Whoa! That was nervous. No, I didn't. Whoa! Whoa!
Paul, sudden death is never dull.
As a pilot, an easy, dull win can be a nice break once in a while, but that's not what these guys are dishing up for us. An impressive launch by all the drones to get out through the first gate and not have any contact. Maverick was able to lead out front until MCK made an unbelievable pass through the flight deck sweeper. You can see how MCK's line stays as close to the inside of the gates as possible, while everyone else goes wide, propelling him to first. Taking a second look, you can see MCK takes the shortest distance possible from the south roof to the first gate of the sweeper, and then kept it on the inside line while Maverick went wide. The other pilots pushed as hard as they could to catch up to MCK, but mistakes started to happen in the second Google Cloud gate when a 3-way midair between Maverick, Singu, and Killian slowed up their progress, leaving MCK with a stadium's worth of room in the win.
Yeah! Final. Oh, I was so nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Sudden death is exactly what it sounds like. There are no second chances in this one. Maverick with starts that are incredible. The top 2 from this will move on to finals. Let's see. Oh my goodness, the racing is so close. I don't know how to call it. Maverick coming in first, going to the Ascension Gate. They go, holding up MCK and Amari. Remember, only the top 2 will go to finals from here. Oh my goodness, Maverick with a bobble, pushing Amari and MCK into the 1-2 spot. Let's see if Maverick can pull back that position. Killian now putting himself into the mix. This is closer than I've ever seen before. MCK first, Amari second, Maverick and Killian just on the heels. Killian and Amari with a collision, pushing Maverick into second place. Can he hold off Killian? Killian is pushing hard. Killian and Maverick with a collision. Singu now in second. Then Chan Kim first. Let's see if they can hold them off. 1 and 2 will go to finals. Amari and Maverick back in a battle. MCK coming through the Pentagon gate to the finish gate they go. Singu in second. Bring it all the way home. MCK first in finals. Singu second into finals. That is the end.
MCK and Singu both on to the finals. We'll start with you. You told me that square gate has been tough for you to navigate. You did it to perfection. You're on to the finals. What does that mean to you?
Oh, I just tried my best, and I was so nervous because I had to get first or second place. So, like, I think I just tried my best and then tried to go like safe with the scary gates right there.
All right, Singu, you are on to the finals as well. You had solid finishes in all 4 heats in this one. You finished second in this finals heat, or on to the finals. What are you feeling right now, your first DRL race to advance to the finals?
I'm feeling crazy excited. I honestly, I had a very rough start, so I was not really expecting it, but I kept telling to myself that I could do it, that try to have confidence and finish, and I think that it paid off at the end.
Carry that confidence into the finals for both of you. Congratulations, you're moving on.
They are cheering in Korea and Spain as that international flavor of our DRL season on full evidence right there. Vanover, the top qualifier out of semifinal 1, MCK and Singu will join him in the finals. The Google Cloud Gate has already proven itself to be the most critical maneuver on the track. Let's take a closer look, presented by the U.S. Air Force.
The Google Cloud Gate requires a tricky split S maneuver through a vertical hairpin turn. The ideal line requires pilots to enter the gate high while turning in as early as possible. This carries the most momentum all the way through the exit. Pilots approach at an angle from the right side. They roll right and pitch up while dropping throttle to invert the drone through the top gate. They then increase throttle to accelerate through the bottom while turning right towards the next gate. Mistiming the turn can cause them to crash into the gate or force them to swing wide and overcorrect, which is slower.
Three pilots are in the finals. 3 spots remain for those who conquered this course. Semifinal 2 is next.
Hitting the road, not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than Verizon. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Let's go! It's gonna be close. Yeah! This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. Welcome back to the semifinals of Level 1 Silicon Valley. The second group of pilots take their seats in the flight deck for their chance to advance to the finals. And Jordan, I think the notable news in semifinal 2 is Halo Walker is the top qualifier of this group and eager to make an impression.
He definitely is. You know, the only other time that we saw Halo Walker in pole position was the finals of last season. And right next to Gab at that, who actually bested him in the finals. So I'm really curious to see how this rivalry pans out. And is Halo Walker going to be able to keep his nerves under wraps?
Let's go through the pilots and colors of semifinal number 2. Halo Walker from Germany flies the flashing pink drone. Gab 707 in his 7th year of DRL racing flies the yellow drone. Hyper flies green. Alex FPV, the alternating red and blue drone. Pavelos, the orange and white drone from Poland. And Seba FPV from the Dominican Republic flies
10,
green and white.
9, 8, 7,
Semifinal
6,
2.
5,
1.
4.
Better knock the rust off ASAP. It looks like a false start from Halo Walker. We will confirm that later in the race. It is the flashing pink drone of Halo Walker first around the west roof. Gab in yellow with a wide turn, taking himself out. He'll have to play catch up through the Google Cloud gate. Halo Walker still just leading Alex FPV, the flashing red and blue drone.
Because Halo Walker has that potential false start, I think Alex FPV should just stick behind Halo, and as long as he's close, he'll still get that win.
Well, partner, it is confirmed. False start for Halo Walker. That is a 2-second penalty. But guess what? Alex FPV is a swing for the fences kind of guy. He would just rather win it straight up, and that's why he has moved to the front. They're already on lap number 2. Up to the south roof, Alex FPV, that flashing red and blue drone, he's leading Halo.
That's what I love about Alex FPV. He puts it all on the line and puts on a great show. He just loves a good battle.
Yeah, well, battle engaged, that's for sure. And he takes the Heat 1 win. Alex FPV first.
Woo! Golly! Good race, Halo. I saw it, dog. I saw it.
Paul, you better be able to start well if you want to finish well in DRL.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about starts, but if you're going to start fast, you got to start barely. Halo Walker took off just a little bit early. He preloaded that drone, and it fell off. That gave Gab a pretty good chance because at this point, Gab's going to win the race. He actually even almost passes Halo Walker into the first west roof, but he smashes that drone into the pole. He absolutely obliterates it, and that leaves Halo out front, but Halo's not really out front. He false started, he's going to fall back a little bit. So really, you're looking at Alex FPV as the person that's ahead. Halo Walker was up front, and Alex used this opportunity where he went a little bit wider to cut inside him, and now he's taken the lead. Even though Halo Walker still has this time penalty, Alex is able to secure that distance out front and be able to win the race. Here he is reeling him on in. He's saying, I know that I've already got you, but I'm going to go ahead and pass you on track, and I'm going to take the win one way or the other. And Alex can separate in style.
Let's go! Alex has booked his spot for the finals. Not only the win, but in the fastest time we have seen so far, 105.6. Halo Walker with the penalty in second, but a few more heats to come in semifinal number 2. Just 2 regular heats remain, with 2 spots still up for grabs in the finals as Level 1 Silicon Valley continues.
For more than 2 decades, Dragonfly has been engineering innovative UAV and AI solutions across industries in the public and private sectors. This year, we have released a new heavy-lift UAV capable of carrying more than 30 kilograms and the versatile Commander 3XL UAV that can accommodate a whole host of payloads, including our new LiDAR system. From landmine detection and EMS delivery drones deployed in Ukraine to our biometric insight AI, our reputation has been built on our commitment to engineer technology that saves time, money, and lives.
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. Welcome back to Silicon Valley and PayPal Park. We're getting set for heat number 2 here in semifinal 2, and Alex FPV has already qualified for the finals. Jordan, as you know, confidence is such a huge part of this sport, and Alex FPV knows that all too well.
Yes, he does. You know, Alex before that race was looking a bit lethargic, as if the nerves were getting to him, which is very much unlike him. But he's fired up now. He got that win, and I want to see him carry that energy throughout the rest of these races.
Let's roll you through our pilots and colors once again. Halo Walker in seat number 1 from Germany flies the flashing pink drone. Gab 707 from Canada flies yellow. Hyper flies green. Alex FPV, the alternating red and blue drone. Pavelos from Poland, orange and white. And Siba from the Dominican Republic flies green and white.
8, 7,
Semi-final 2,
5,
heat 2.
4.
Reboot and be ready for anything. A great start by Gab in yellow, first through the U.S. Air Force gate, and he'll be first to the west roof. We've got the flashing pink drone of Halo Walker in second. Look at these two go. Now it's the square gate, Google Cloud gate double. Gab's out, and Halo Walker now has clean air, and he's got the Bellows, the orange and white drone behind him.
Oh, that is so unlike Gab to crash 2 races in a row, but look at Halo Walker go. He just has this course down pat.
Let's be honest, some of the pilots after qualifying were like, well, I'm not sure Halo Walker can keep this up when the real racing begins. Well, guess what, world? Halo Walker proving qualifying wasn't a fluke. The Google Cloud gate again, there's the Ascent gate, south roof, Halo Walker building a bigger lead.
The rest of the pilots are trying to keep up with Halo's fast times, and they're all just falling by the wayside.
All Halo as he goes through, or I should say, all hail Halo as he wins heat number 2.
Oh! So läuft der Hase. Yes! Oh! That felt good. Oh my God.
Paul, Gab does not seem to be himself this semifinals.
It's very uncharacteristic for Gab to make a mistake like a false start. He left a little bit early, but Halo Walker was still able to make a very good start as well, and he kept reeling him in all the way through the first lap. He's doing his best to get out front. You can see how Halo Walker makes that early climb, but when Gab is coming back to catch up to him, he makes a little bit of a mistake, and there he goes. But what I'm trying to figure out is why Halo Walker is so fast. So I wanted to look a little bit at his FPV. He's able to turn backwards, fly through the square gate backwards, and he keeps his momentum. He stays nice and elevated through the Google Cloud gate. And you can just see how tight he makes every single one of these turns. That's what's allowing him to get out front. He's able to keep his opponents behind him, and that's what Halo Walker needs to be able to keep asserting some dominance here. He's moving on to finals.
Gab 707 with the first launch there. What an incredible launch that was ahead of Halo Walker, but Halo Walker now right back behind him going into the square gate. Oh, Gab 707 down early, putting Halo Walker out in the lead by a good margin. Here we're going to see a chase from Pavelos going to the south gate, coming through the flight deck sweeper up to the north roof. Now let's see if he can close that gap on Halo Walker. They have been training together over in Europe. They know their strengths and weaknesses. Let's see who can make Halo Walker make a mistake. That I don't know who it will be. Halo Walker is coming off of a mistake that he does not want to make again. Mason, or Hyper, and Pavelos go down, leaving Alex FPV. All right, Alex FPV and Pavelos back in a battle, but don't forget about Halo Walker. He is out in the lead, not to be forgotten. He is coming to that golden heat one way or another to try and get another shot at Alex FPV. Winner, Halo Walker. Second, Pavelos. Third, Alex FPV.
So läuft der Hase.
Halo Walker, you said last year was about survival. This year, you're here to win. You're showing that already. On to the finals. How does that make you feel?
It feels great. I'm carrying the momentum that I ended with last season with the heat win. Alex FPV is really going for me out there, and this Google Cloud Gate is claiming a lot of pilots. So I'm just trying to keep it clean and continue racing.
Well, in that vein, you said this year is about risk management for you. How are you able to fly so clean and avoid all that carnage?
Well, for me, it's more about track position and knowing when to push. In that previous heat, heat 1, Alex was starting to reel me in and trying to pass me, and because of my false start, I was already too far behind to catch up, so I just tried to bring it home in second.
All right, well, congrats, you're on to the finals.
Thank you very much.
Both Halo and Alex now have secured their spot in the finals. Only one spot available. If a different pilot wins heat number 3, we'll have no need of sudden death. Visit ProjectDroneGalaxy.com to join the Discord and help name DRL and Algorand's fly-to-own game. One last chance for the other pilots to avoid sudden death. Heat 3, next. The Drone Racing League, brought to you by Google Cloud. By Dragonfly, North America made and manufactured drone and AI solutions. And by the U.S. Air Force. Aim high.
Semifinals Group 2 Heat 3.
Welcome back to Level 1 Silicon Valley. We're 2 heats into Semifinal 2, and both Alex FPV and Halo Walker have already qualified for the finals. Jordan, a lot of hype about the veterans versus the rookies this season. We saw Vanover in Semifinal 1. His veteran presence has shined through. Now let's talk about that veteran presence, but also really the turnaround of Halo Walker from last year versus this year.
Halo Walker, he's comfortable now, it seems. He's just feeling the vibes on the flight deck, and he's just grooving, and it's really showing in his flying. It's just so smooth and consistent and just level-headed.
The pilots in colors, once again, Halo flies flashing pink, Gab yellow, Hyper green, Alex FPV, the alternating red and blue drone, Pavelos, orange and white, and Seba, green and white.
8, 7,
Semifinal 2,
6,
Heat
5,
3.
4.
The competition never sleeps. You gotta get through that U.S. Air Force cloud gate. Guess what? Halo Walker, oh, he is gone immediately. Alex FPV, the beneficiary, he now finds himself in front as they'll head to the Google Cloud Gate. You've got Alex FPV leading, but you've got Gab and Pavelos right behind him.
Wow, that was a pretty intense crash we saw there, but Alex FPV got in the lead, and he is just doing a wonderful job keeping that lead right now. You want to keep the rest of the guys in a pack fighting each other so they have to deal with the other racers, where Alex just has clean air, he's sailing through, and he's going to set a great time during this race.
I'm glad you said clean air, because for our new fans, this is the definition of that. All the pilots know when you're this far ahead, it's like almost having a day off. You go into your own zone. Alex FPV is definitely there around the north roof. He's going to go through the U.S. Air Force Gate one final time. He knows that left turn all too well. And Alex FPV gets his second win. Woo! Yeah, takes second.
Work, baby. Work. That was hauling. That was hauling.
Paul, every pilot knows it's prime real estate between the start and that first gate.
Halo Walker has this incredible line from the Penta gate up to the West Roof where he stays really high, but on that launch he stayed just a little bit too high and just early dismantled the gate for us. We don't need those LED tubes anyway. We didn't need that drone. Thanks, Halo, but you're already moving on. Here's Hyper's perspective. We talked a lot about being out front and being able to have clear space, but this is what it looks like when you have a cacophony of drones flying around in front of you. It's super distracting and it makes it very hard to fly your line cleanly. But Alex FPV had that nice space out front and he reels it in for the win.
Our leaderboard, Alex with his 2 wins confirms his ticket to the finals. Halo Walker there as well. Out of this sudden death, there are 4 pilots and only 1 will advance. Jordan, the North Roof maneuver is one of the key differentiators on the track. Give us a closer look, presented by the U.S. Air Force.
The North Roof is an ascending clockwise U-turn over an angled beam. To execute the turn, pilots approach wide on the left and momentarily drop throttle while they roll right and pitch down aggressively. They then increase throttle as they roll left to level out and head towards the U.S. Air Force Gate. The fastest line requires pilots to cross over the beam near the highest point, where there is the least amount of clearance. This can give them an edge, but increase their chance of crashing. A safer option is to cross lower around the beam, where there is more clearance, but is slower.
We are going into sudden death. Sudden death.
Jordan, you perhaps know Gab better than anyone else on this planet. I wonder if you know the stat I'm about to throw at you. 7 times last season, Gab advanced out of sudden death to make the finals.
Oh, I believe it. If there's anyone in this world right now that can win the sudden death, it's Gab 707. And just looking at the scoreboard, Hyper has DNF'd every time. Seba has DNF'd. I mean, they've all DNF'd a bunch. And if there's a veteran out there that can pull this off, it's Gab.
9, 8, 7,
Semifinal
6,
2,
5,
sudden death.
4.
Winning is the only acceptable exit strategy. Gab 707 in yellow right there as he'll be first to the West Roof, but he's closely followed by Seba. Oh my gosh! The veteran Gab takes himself out. 2 pilots down. That means you've got Hyper in green and Pavelos in orange and white. The only 2 up, fighting for 1 spot in the final.
Oh man, what an unfortunate mid-air for those 2, but let's look at the race right here. Pavelos and Hyper. Pavelos seems like he's slowly walking away with every single turn. He's just got to keep his nerve. You know, when you're in this moment, it's sudden death, and you're in the lead, you just have to breathe. Make sure you finish.
Oh no, Pavelos is out! Hyper, the only pilot left. All he needs to do is stay in the air. And Hyper will advance out of semifinal number 2. Talk about nerves, the rookie with his chance. Everyone in Melbourne, Florida standing up because Hyper will move on.
Woo! When it counts, when it counts.
Paul, sudden death is never easy.
Absolutely not. This is where the pressure is at its highest. Gab has this incredible launch and gets out front. He's created so much space drift. This is now a huge opportunity for him to reel in this entire race. But he does not capitalize on that advantage very well, because when he goes through the passage in the West Roof, he and Seba collide, and you can see sparks in the background as those drones are absolutely done for the night. They did their best, but they pushed a little bit too hard. And, oh, look at that. His drone is on fire and not in the good way. Then we get down to the Google Cloud Gate, where Pavelos comes through and takes himself out of the race way out front. That leaves Hyper by himself, just doing his victory lap, winning his first DRL race, and moving on to his first finals.
Looking at those final results of semifinal 2, credit, of course, to Alex FPV, Halo Walker, and Hyper. But a note, the man in 5th right there, Gab 707, this will be the first IRL finals in his career that he will not be a part of. The finals are set. These pilots now race 6 regular heats to qualify for the winner-take-all golden heats when we return.
Going into this season, I feel like there's a lot of unfinished business from last season. At the end of the day, my goal is to be the world champion, and I'm not going to always be fully satisfied unless I'm on the top spot.
I'm playing simulator till like 1 a.m. and I'm going to field at like 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. I'm practicing 3 times more than other people.
I'm planning to pick up where I left off at last year's Vegas Championship race. Last year was just about survival. This year I'm here to win.
I'm very good at being there no matter what the pressure is, no matter how many upsets there are. You can always count on a good race for me. 7 years of 707, you know?
I'm pretty confident. I know I can do it. I'm training for this. I'm practicing for this, like every day.
I'm fully expecting that I'm going to be competing for the top this season, especially with hybrid and everything. It's a really unique skill set required to do well. I think I'm uniquely positioned to excel at everything that we're going to be doing this year.
Being honest, I just want to win. I don't care if I have to train every single day at 6 a.m. I will do anything just to win.
I feel confident in my abilities to beat a lot of the pilots. I've been putting in a lot of work and a lot of practice, so I just feel confident.
These guys literally got their names by racing me. This isn't the first time I've raced them. I'm not really scared to race anybody.
The opportunity to be here is like such a privilege. So many pilots would wish to be here. I really want to show that I'm worthy.
I'm 100% committed that I will win every race out there. So if you like to root for a winner, then you probably should root for me.
To be an elite drone racer is a mindset. It's I need to be there. It's not I want to be there. It's not I hope to be there. It's I need to be there. I do deserve to be in DRL. The amount of time I put in should speak for itself.
DRL fans, how are you feeling? It's time to get excited for a night of drone racing.
I think we're ready for some racing. What do you guys think?
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. Welcome back to Level 1 Silicon Valley. It is time for the finals. The 6 pilots who have earned their way here now take their place in the flight deck. Now here in the finals, there are 6 regular heats. Win any one of them, and you're in the golden heat. Once we get to the golden heat, it is winner take all. Whoever finishes first will be the level champion. Jordan, I think it's safe to say, and our longtime DRL fans, I hope, will agree with me, in this final of Level 1, all roads lead through Vanover.
They really do. You know, Vanover dominated all 3 of his semifinal heats, and I think he's going to be able to carry that momentum into these finals. But, you know, there are also some heavy hitters that are going to be chasing him down. There's Alex FPV, there's Halo Walker, there's MCK. Let's not forget about those guys because it's a pretty heated battle down there, but I think Vanover's going to be able to pull through.
Let's give you the pilots and colors for our finals of Level 1. Vanover, the 2019 DRL World Champ, will fly the flashing disco drone. Alex FPV, the alternating red and blue. Halo Walker from Germany, the flashing pink. Singu from Spain flies orange. Hyper, the rookie, flies green. MCK FPV from Korea flies purple.
9, 8,
Finals,
7, 6,
Heat 1.
5, 4.
stakes as always. So step up through the U.S. Air Force gate. Great start by Vanover, the disco drone, that flashing white drone in front. Halo Walker, the flashing pink in second. And Halo coming up on Vanover. And they take each other out. But a great recovery by Halo and Vanover. Now you've got Singu who's gone down, the beneficiary of all that. Alex FPV, the red and blue drone.
Wow, that was a lot to keep track of, but Alex FPV came out unscathed. He's in clean air now, but there is a big pack behind him chasing him down.
You've got Alex FPV, the red and blue drone, in first, but right behind him, Halo Walker flashing pink and the purple drone of MCK. Already on lap number 2, the top 3 through the Google Cloud gate. Now they are up to the south roof. Alex FPV, it is a minuscule and precarious lead, but he's protecting it as they go up to the north roof. Now he's got a little bit of distance to second, but look at this finish. He's gonna have to make a great left turn, and he does. Stretching his lead out, it is Alex FPV with the win.
That was a good race. That was a good race.
Paul, it always seems like in the finals, you just have to be so particular.
All these guys are packed up so tight, and when they went through the square gate, we had a big mid-air collision between our 2 leaders, Halo Walker and Vanover. Singu bounces off the Google Cloud gate, and everybody is just making a crazy mess all the way through. Here's where we lost MCK. He was chasing down our leaders, came out of the second gate in the sweeper, and boom, he is out of there. That leaves Alex FPV out front with Halo Walker and the rest chasing him, and he sends it into the finish to clock his way into the golden heat.
Finals Heat 1 underway. We saw a bobble from Alex FPV on the start. Halo Walker and Vanover in a battle for the lead. They're right on top of each other mid-air, pushing Alex FPV to the front after the Google Cloud gate. You have Alex FPV first, Hyper second, and the green drone. MCK and Halo Walker in the battle for the 2-3 position right now. Can either of them reel in Alex FPV? Looks like there's a closing gap there. MCK and Halo Walker right on top of each other. Halo Walker making up ground over Alex FPV. Halo Walker possibly going for the pass. Looks like Alex holding him off. Watch out for midair is here in the Google Cloud gate. Oh, and they all are able to come out with no contact. Alex FPV, MCK. If there's somebody I know Alex FPV wants to beat, it's MCK. Looks like MCK goes down after a collision. Alex FPV first after holding off MCK. Halo Walker in second. And after another one, Alex FPV brings home first. Halo Walker second, Hyper third.
Alex, you punched your ticket to the Golden Heat. You let out a lot of emotion there. What are you feeling?
Oh, you know, we were talking about this a little bit before, but it's crazy from our side. You know, we dedicate our lives to being good at this. This is something that started out as a hobby, but through passion and tons of drive and hard work, you know, we've got to where we are here. So to come out and capitalize on that and to make it into the Golden Heat, we're here for the main show. It just doesn't get any better than this.
Absolutely, and harnessing that adrenaline, harnessing those nerves, and avoiding all the midair and all of the carnage. How were you able to do that and have a clean race?
Just go out there and run my own race. You know, we've heard a world champion say it, Nert, a lot of love for the guy, but you know, he says go out there, run your own race, and whatever happens, happens. I would be way more happy with getting second because I wasn't as fast as first than taking myself out of the race. So just trying to do that more in my drone racing, and it's showing off, I think.
It certainly is. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's how much winning in DRL matters. The excitement from Alex FPV. There's a lot to pay attention to in the finals. His win definitely gets him in the Golden Heat, but if you do get 2 seconds, Halo Walker now has 1. That also will get you to the Golden Heat. Download the Drone Racing Arcade, a fun, free, and easy-to-play drone racing mobile game on iOS and Android. To become the level champ, you need to win the Golden Heat. But first, you have to get there. Alex just did. The other pilot's next chance to join him, coming up.
Algorand ecosystem is where monumental change takes shape. So come transform the world with us on Algorand.
Let's go! It's going to be close. Yeah! The Drone Racing League, brought to you by Algorand, the world's most powerful and sustainable blockchain. By T-Mobile, stay connected with more 5G bars in more places. And by Points Cash, freedom to pay your way. Welcome back to the finals of Level 1. Alex FPV won heat number 1 and has already secured his spot in the winner-take-all Golden Heat. Let's talk about Alex, partner, because if he gets in a groove and it seems like he's there, he can be as dangerous as anybody.
Oh yeah, I mean, in his own words, Alex FPV, he's vibing, baby. And he's comfortable, he's feeling good, he's having good battles, you know, and having those battles just fills you up with adrenaline, and he's capitalizing on that and using that momentum to win races.
Your pilots and colors: Vanover, the disco drone; Alex, alternating red and blue; Halo, flashing pink; Singu, orange; Hyper, green; MCK, purple. Final, Heat 2. Innovate or get left behind. Look at that start for Vanover. The flashing disco drone from the first podium. He's got some real estate to play with. Now they'll go back down to the field level, the square gate followed by the Google Cloud gate. This is Vanover's race to lose so far. Clean air out front up to the south group.
Looks like we're having a little bit of contact in the back there, which is just giving Vanover even more clean air. This is what Vanover needs. He just needs some space to himself, get a running, feel good about this.
Well, he's not going to feel good when he's told that he's going to get a 2-second penalty for a false start. So he's got to keep building on that lead. He's got MCK, the purple drone, behind him. Halo Walker, the flashing pink drone, in second. If MCK can keep it close, he'll finish second, but get the win. None of these pilots know that at this point. Vanover has to push, 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 and he's doing that indeed around the north roof, and he may just have that 2-second gap. Here comes Vanny. Start counting. Vanover in first, MCK second. Was the gap big enough?
I hit mid-air. I pulled a Halo. I slipped off the stand. Yeah. Let's go, baby. I was like, let's go. I was like second or third. Ah!
Boom. Paul Vanover finished 1.97 seconds ahead of MCK, so MCK gets the win.
It's an impressive gap to come in first, nearly 2 seconds ahead of everybody else, but it's not quite enough when you jump the gun. Vanover bobbles and is forced to launch early, and as a result, he's going to be assessed a full 2-second time penalty at the end of this heat. So he's got to put in some work, and put in work he did. With no distractions in front and the course to himself, Vanover is able to push and extend that lead as much as he can. But a full 2 seconds is a big ask when you're competing against the best in the world. Don't get me wrong, he almost does it, but 1.97 seconds ahead is 3/100ths too slow. So MCK in second is credited with the win.
Here's our leaderboard. MCK will advance to the Golden Heat. Alex already in there. Now we've got 2 pilots with seconds, Halo Walker and Vanover. If they get another one in the next 4 heats, they'll be in the Golden Heat as well. South Korean MCK is one of the most highly anticipated rookies in DRL history, and he just qualified for his first ever Golden Heat. Let's take a closer look at his passion for FPV. This is Why He Flies, presented by Dragonfly.
Hi, I'm MCK FPV, and this is my first season of DRL.
Don't let anybody be fooled. MCK is not a rookie to this sport.
MCK is probably one of the most accomplished racers outside of DRL.
Since beginning, I always wanted to be a champion of the DRL.
MCK is someone we're gonna really want to keep our eyes on. He is a rookie this year, but that doesn't mean he's really a rookie in drone racing.
Like first race, I think I tried to go too much fast. Oh, I think if I don't crash, I think I was gonna beat everyone. I think the only way to get faster is practice. I'm practicing like 3 times more than other people. Making excuse when you lose, that means you didn't practice enough. When I get stressed from school or studying, when I fly FPV with my goggles on, stress is all gone. That's why I really like FPV.
Well, we've made a big deal, Jordan, about the number of rookies coming into this season, and the guy who probably had the biggest target, let's say, or the most expectations is this man, MCK.
Yeah, MCK has been absolutely dominant in the amateur leagues, so he was very anticipated coming into this. It looks like it's taken a second for him to get his groove, but you know, that's a big burst of just self-confidence that he has. So I want to see how he does in these next few heats, gearing up, getting ready for that golden heat.
9, 8, 7,
Finals,
6,
Heat
5,
3.
4.
Always best to lead by example. Vanover with the whole shot again. Doesn't seem like this time he will be penalized. As they're through the west roof, Vanover the flashing disco drone right behind him. Halo Walker the flashing pink drone.
Vanover's trying to get a big lead right now so he can get that win, he can get into the golden heat, and he's starting to pull away a bit right now from Halo Walker and Alex FPV, but I say they're pulling away, but they're kind of still stuck to him, aren't they?
No, absolutely. Alex FPV's in second right there, and he's trying to become Vanover's shadow. Vanover through that square gate heads to the Google Cloud gate. That's the one that's taken a lot of pilots out. Oh, Alex with the surge. He isn't able to pass Vanover there, but he's proving his worth as Vanover just in front of Alex.
Vanover just needs one more second to move on to that golden heat. So
Alex is down. Forget second. Vanover's gonna get the win of heat number 3. Halo gets a second, which means he will advance to the golden heat with 2 seconds. Paul, a lot of action in that one.
It was awesome to see this early battle between Vanover and Halo Walker. Halo Walker has this great line where he comes out of the Air Force gate and stays really high to the west roof. He actually makes up a big chunk of distance and starts to bring Vanover into contention. However, Vanover is able to make a much sharper turn through the square gate and starts to build that lead back out front. We also lose MCK. He actually doesn't go down, but he gets back up and he's way far in the back. Now the battle is between Vanover and Alex FPV. Alex FPV makes this amazing Google Cloud pass and pushes it out front. So now it's neck and neck. They're battling back and forth, and Alex has to do everything he can to keep Vanover in play. But he cuts it a little bit too short through the north roof, loses that drone, and that leaves Vanover out front. Vanover just has space at this point. He can relax a little bit and just walk it on in for the win. But don't forget about second place, because Halo Walker had already gotten the second one, so that moves him on to the golden heat.
Finals Heat 3 is off. We have 2 winners, Alex FPV and MCK, and both of those, the pressure is lifted off. So if we're going to see some crazy lines, it's going to be from those 2 pilots. But somebody else you may see some crazy lines from is Vanover. He is coming off of where he had the win. It was right in his sights, but he got pushed down into second from his false start. We have Alex FPV maybe 15 feet behind him. Halo Walker equally so. After lap 1, we have Vanover, Alex, and Halo, your 1, 2, 3 coming through the Pentagon gate. Back to the roof they go. Let's see if Alex FPV can reel, and that he does. Coming down to the square gate, we're going to see who has been practicing more. Alex picks up more ground, and even more. Going through the ascension gate, he goes up to the roof. Let's see who's got the better line. Who's been doing that studying? I believe they both have. But who can pull it all together here? One more 180 they do. Oh, it's going to be close. Alex FPV actually goes down. Vanover in first, bringing home a win after a crazy intense battle.
Look at that leaderboard. 4 pilots are already in. Vanover, MCK, Alex, and Halo. They know they're moving on to the Golden Heat. Just halfway through the finals, and the winner-take-all Golden Heat is getting crowded. Heat 4 is next.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
This is DRL, the drone racing league.
This is finals.
Welcome back to PayPal Park. We're halfway through the finals of Level 1 Silicon Valley, and already 4 pilots are in the Golden Heat. Alex, Halo, MCK, and Vanover. Jordan, 3 heats, 4 pilots. The Golden Heat's getting crowded.
It's getting real crowded out there, you know, and from a strategy standpoint, what do you do once you're in the Golden Heat this early on and it's already that crowded? What I'm thinking, I'm trying to get my momentum going. For example, Alex FEV, he had that first win, and then he's had a bunch of DNF, so he's kind of got to get his groove back, getting geared into the finals. Vanover is heating up right now, so, you know, you're trying to keep your enemies back and get your groove back into the game.
Our pilots in colors: Vanover, the 2019 DRL World Champ, flies the flashing disco drone. Alex FPV, alternating red and blue. Halo Walker, the flashing pink. Singu, orange. Hyper, green. And MCK FPV, purple.
8, 7,
Finals, Heat 4. Prove your worth like a unicorn as they go through the U.S. Air Force Gate. And now it's up to the West Roof. You've got the familiar sight of the disco drone of Vanover, the red and blue drone of Alex FPV, and the flashing pink drone of Halo Walker, all in front.
Looks like Vanover and Alex FPV were hit props there a little too close together during that straightaway. And Halo Walker is just, he's kind of found something right now. He's going so fast that I think Vanover might have trouble catching up.
Halo Walker, you talked in the courtship about finding your place and building towards the goal lead. Oh! Yeah. Halo Walker went haywire as he takes himself out of the West Roof. So does Vanover is down. Now you've got MCK, you've got Singu, and Alex FPV, the only drones up. MCK, the purple drone in front.
Now, if I'm MCK and Alex FPV, I'm just thinking keep Singu out of this Golden Heat. You don't want that Golden Heat any more crowded than it already is.
MCK runs it into the finish, gets his second win.
Let's go!
Ball, it seemed like passing was on the menu in this one.
This race started out with some insane battles. You can see Halo Walker is in third through the West Roof, but then he comes out at first. He's able to take it a little bit shorter by going higher through that column up there. He carries his lead into the Google Cloud Gate, and you can see that's where we lose Hyper. His drone just blinks out, he's gone. Next up, Halo Walker has carried out his lead, but he cuts it a little bit too hard through the West Roof, and his drone is out of business. That puts Vanover out front, but he turns in and smashes into the ground. That takes our 2 leaders out of this race, and now it's up to the rest of them to figure out how to take it home. This is Singu's view of the 2 leaders, MCK and Alex, as they try to find their way to the end. He's doing everything he can to reel them in. He's keeping it wide on the right side, coming through the Air Force gates, coming into the finish. He just can't do anything to catch up to them. It's brutal, but MCK with his second win, putting him to the golden heat.
Finals heat 4. Through the Pentagon Gate they go up to the roof. Vanover coming off of a win here. And let's see if Halo Walker has an answer. It looks like he does. Actually, first to the square gate. Oh, Alex FPV with a bobble. Vanover right on top of Halo Walker. And Vanover, to my knowledge, has never lost a heat to Halo Walker IRL. Will this be the first time Halo Walker holds off the 2019 World Champion in real life? You guys are about to see it in person here in San Jose, in Silicon Valley. Halo Walker with a sizable lead actually goes down. Vanover putting that pressure on Halo Walker. Hey, Vanover goes down. Now here's a battle I want to see. 3 drones on top of each other. MCK with a better Google Cloud section. He's holding them off to the roof. MCK was waiting for this moment. He wants a second win. Alex FPV trying to put that pressure, but MCK is running away with it. Here come through the Pentagon Gate, through the straightaway. MCK waited for his moment, and he got your winner in Heat 4, MCK.
MCK proving he is a fast learner as he's atop the board. His 2 wins, of course, have him with 3 other pilots advancing to the Golden Heat: Vanover, Alex, and Halo. 2 heats remain, and 2 pilots still trying to earn their spot in the Golden Heat as the finals of Level 1 Silicon Valley continue.
Hitting the road, not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than Verizon. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. Welcome back to Silicon Valley in the finals of Level 1 with just 2 more regular heats of racing remaining. There really are only 2 pilots that haven't qualified for the Golden Heat. That is Hyper and Singu. Jordan, let's talk about one of the pilots that has been putting on a show, MCK. He's not only conquering the competition, he's conquering the course and his nerves.
Absolutely. You know, MCK's in that final seat, and it's a pretty nerve-wracking place to be. You're in the very back starting position-wise, so you got to make up a bit of space there. And, you know, he's still getting used to these Racer 4s. He's getting used to DRL, all of it. So he's done a wonderful job of warming up, and it looks like he's really starting to get there.
7,
Finals,
6,
Heat 5.
4.
Conquer the present to get your shot at the future. They're all through the U.S. Air Force Gate, now up to the west roof. The flashing drone of Vanover in front, the blue and red drone of Alex FPV right there, and guess what? The flashing pink of Halo as well. The common sight at the beginning of these races, but who will be able to hang on? Vanover still in the lead.
A very common sight indeed, but you know, they're so close together at this point. There's major risk of mid-airs like we've seen in previous heats. So Vanover, if he wants to stay in the lead, he's got to pull away and get himself some clean air.
Alex does not want that to happen, however. He is pushing the pace. Look at Halo. What a move as Halo surges to try to get to the front. But as Alex FPV, at least for a moment, Vanover, though, the flashing drone, has moved back into the lead.
Uh-oh, looks like Halo made a little mistake there and sent him back to second, but, Alex coming in hard on Vanover.
Oh, Halo and Alex made contact. Vanover doesn't know, doesn't care, as Vanover gets another heat win.
Oh man, good battle. Let's go, baby.
Dude, he wasn't even in the same race as I was.
I'm sorry.
Wasn't even in the same race as I was.
I'm sorry. These guys over here, a lot of energy. Let's go, man. I got him. We had a three-way battle. It was pretty sick.
Paul, as you well know, good starts are all about the setup.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at Halo Walker's view from the start here. He has these guys battling in and out of them, but they're all on top of each other, and it's so hard to tell who's in front, who's in back, who's above each other, who's below each other, but they just have to fly their own race and ignore everybody that's around them and just get through the track. This is where Vanover makes a big pass on everybody. He cuts in. You can see how close he stays to that pillar. It carries his momentum through. Alex had to make a couple little corrections, and that's what put Vanover in front. But Vanover stayed up front. Alex and Halo Walker were battling for it, and Halo Walker just sits down on top of Alex and punts him out of the race. And afterwards, you can see that they are not exactly stoked with each other.
What are you?
Alex is just absolutely upset. Halo Walker's gonna come over to him in a second and be like, yo, sorry, didn't see you there.
Halo Walker, you have 3 second-place finishes, so you've already punched your ticket to the Golden Heat, but is it weighing on you that you haven't finished first here in the finals?
It is a little bit, to be honest. I think if with one first, I should be P2 for the Golden Heat. I'm feeling good right now. I'm battling with Vanover and Alex. Basically every heat, we're having the time of our lives right now, and it's a lot of fun.
You guys do look like you are having a lot of fun, but this is a tough course. What part of the course is giving you the most trouble?
I think it's the Google Cloud Gate. It's really hard. We're going in with a lot of speed, and it's the tightest turn, I think, and the most technical element here.
All right, well, you're on anyway. Good luck.
Thank you.
We've got 4 pilots, the same 4 we've been mentioning, that are in the Golden Heat. It comes down to win or go home for Hyper and Singu. Want to support your favorite pilot from home? Just head over to shopdrl.io to grab jerseys and the latest gear from DRL. One last chance to book a ticket to the Golden Heat. The decisive Heat 6 is next.
For more than 2 decades, Dragonfly has been engineering innovative UAV and AI solutions across industries in the public and private sectors. This year, we have released a new heavy-lift UAV capable of carrying more than 30 kilograms and the versatile Commander 3XL UAV that can accommodate a whole host of payloads, including our new LiDAR system. From landmine detection and EMS delivery drones deployed in Ukraine to our biometric insight AI, our reputation has been built on our commitment to engineer technology that saves time, money, and lives.
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League.
Finals Heat 6. Finals Heat
Welcome back to Silicon Valley. Only one more chance here in the finals of Level 1 for Hyper and Singu to earn their way into the Golden Heat. So Jordan, just describe the pressure that is on their shoulders.
Oh yeah, these guys, they're both rookies. This is their very first level in DRL, and that's definitely weighing on them. But looking at their times, they both have the ability absolutely to get a first place win coming in to Heat 6. So for them, they've just got to breathe, relax, and be confident in themselves that they can get this.
Pilots and colors again. Vanover, the disco flashing drone. Alex alternating red and blue. Halo flashing pink. Singu orange. Hyper green. And MCK purple.
8,
Finals. Heat 6.
5, 4.
Last chance to make sure you get the ultimate chance. As they head for the West Roof, you've got the familiar faces of Vanover, the flashing drone, Alex in red and blue, they're there, and guess what? Halo Walker, the flashing pink as well. Oh, but Alex and Halo, again with the contact, they are gone, it seems. And now Vanover, the flashing disco drone, in front again.
So it's all up to Vanover right now to keep Singu out of this, because if Singu gets a first place here, he's also going to be in that Golden Heat, and that Golden Heat just gets even more crowded.
Yeah, Vanover trying to protect that house, meaning the Golden Heat. Singu in orange in second. It has to be a win for Singu. So if Vanover makes any sort of mistake out front, the door will swing open for Singu in orange. Vanover trying to keep him at bay. He's done it so many times before. Vanover already with 2 wins. And he looks like he's on his way to win number 3. Singu won't make it, but Vanover proves why he is a DRL world champion.
I tried to. Woo!
Paul, Halo, and Alex have some kind of weird magnetism going on.
Yeah, our 3 main contenders are Vanny, Halo, Alex. They all go through the square gate at about the same time, but once again, Halo Walker sits down on top of Alex and knocks both of them out of the race. It's never something that you want to see, but it's not something that you can control. You can only see forward in FPV drones, just like Singu sees Vanover here. This is Singu's last opportunity to get into the Golden Heat, and he did a great job of staying in contention and chasing Vanover down, but he couldn't quite reel him in. Vanover is one of the best in the world, if not the best, and it's so hard to chase him down. But here goes Vanover into the finish, sealing the deal and locking it to just 4 pilots in the Golden
Heat 6. This is everyone's last shot at finals. I know Hyper wants in. I know Singu wants in. Let's see if they can push themselves up into those top positions. Looks like Singu just did actually, chasing down Vanover now. MCK third and Vanover out in front. Hyper seeming to have fallen back. Alex is the same. But now, if there is any time for Singu to push and give it everything he has, it is right now. So everybody, if you're watching, we need to cheer on Singu. If you want him in that Golden Heat, he needs to hear the crowd screaming for him. Now looks like Vanover is holding him off right now. MCK also chasing down Singu, going to the Google Cloud gate. Singu making up some ground. There's only a few turns left. Let's see if he can bring it home. This second place actually could move him up a position if he's able to hold it on. I believe this would put him up into 5th place overall instead of 6th place overall. So if I were Singularity, I would be hoping I can bring it home, and that he does. Vanover first, Singu second, and MCK third, and he Heat 6.
The leaderboard leading into the Golden Heat. The same 4 pilots that have been there since Heat number 3 will race to decide who will win Level 1. Vanover, MCK, Alex, or Halo. It all comes down to this. 4 pilots, 1 heat. Who is made to win? The Golden Heat is coming up.
DRL fans, how are you feeling? It's
guys think? It's going to be close. The Drone Racing League, brought to you by Google Cloud. By Dragonfly, North America made and manufactured drone and AI solutions. And by the U.S. Air Force. Aim high. Welcome back for the conclusion of Level 1 Silicon Valley. It is time for the first Golden Heat of the season. Jordan, we began the finals talking about how all roads would lead through Vanover, and guess what? We were pretty right.
Yeah, we were. Vanover has been the most consistent throughout these finals. He only has one DNF out there. The rest of the guys have 2 or more. And this is the highest pressure moment. It's winner take all. So if anyone can handle this pressure and stay on the right line, it's Vanny.
Alex also seems to be handling the pressure well. Thanks to Dragonfly's vital intelligence technology, we can see his heart rate is staying below 100 just before the most important race of the night. Let's give you the colors and our pilots for this first Golden Heat of the new season. Vanover on podium 1 flies the flashing disco drone. MCK FPV from Korea, the purple drone on podium 3. Alex FPV, the alternating red and blue drone on podium 5. And Halo Walker from Germany, the flashing pink drone on podium 6.
9, 8,
Final
7,
Golden Heat.
5, 4.
Who will reign supreme in Silicon Valley? Another great hole shot for Vanover in the disco drone. He's out in front through the west roof, now down to that square gate, Google Cloud gate combo. Vanover in first, the red and blue of Alex FPV right there fighting with Halo Walker for second. You've got a DNF for MCK. He's an early crash. Vanover slightly in the lead.
Oh, looks like they had a little midair between Halo Walker and Vanover, so there's a bit of a mix-up. But, you know, I have a feeling Vanover's going to reel him in.
Guess what? Halo Walker's got different designs on this one. Great turn by Alex FPV, pushing the front. Now he's in the lead. Alex FPV, the red and blue drone, passes both Vanover and Halo. Vanover looks to be off course. So now 2 are fighting for this win. It's Alex and Halo. Alex FPV will go the distance. Alex FPV wins level 1.
Let's go! Red and blue, baby! Woo!
Good race, Vincent. Much respect, man. Much respect. Someone hit me at the start. I don't know who it was.
He may have started it, but I'm coming to finish it. Oh.
Paul MCK didn't do himself any favors early.
Nope, MCK instead did big favors for Alex FPV by giving him the inside line through the Pentagate. Alex FPV had that inside line, which meant MCK was effectively underneath Alex, which exposes MCK's propellers to Alex's drone, but keeps Alex's props protected. This means that it's much more likely for MCK to lose out in a midair collision, and that's exactly what happens. MCK is out of the race. Out front, Halo Walker is chasing Vanover for first place. Vanover holds a lead until the first pass through the south roof, where Halo is able to close up the gap a little bit, and the two have a small midair. This brings Alex FPV back into contention, a split second covering the 3 in this epic battle. Alex has already gone through MCK, so why not 2 more? Alex FPV makes 2 passes in 2 gates. First, Vanover goes a little wide through the square gate while Alex keeps it clean, 1 down. Next, Alex cuts the cloud gate insanely tight and makes the pass on Halo Walker, putting himself in the lead. Alex took control of the race, dispatched all of the other 3 competitors one by one, and brings it home for the first level win of the season.
And it's the golden heat here at level 1. They go MCK down early, and that leaves just 3. We have our podium locked in. The positions we do not know. We have right now Vanover. Oh my goodness, Halo with a pass over Alex FPV in the Google Cloud, leaving Vanover in front with a lead, but a small one at that. Halo making up ground over Vanover. And again, we're back at that same position I told you before. Has Vanover ever lost to Halo? I don't think so, but now this is the time for Halo to do it. I know that. Up to the roof they go. Halo successfully making the pass over Vanover. Alex FPV now making the pass over Vanover as well. To the Google Cloud section they go. Alex FPV making the pass over Halo Walker. To the roof they go. Coming down. This is coming down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. Vanover out. Halo Walker trying to make a last push over Alex FPV. Can he get it? Coming down the straightaway they go. Alex FPV in first, and Alex, your level 1 winner.
Alex, the level 1 Silicon Valley champion. How does that sound?
I'll tell you, it's my second level win, IRL and DRL, and it just keeps getting better, I tell you.
What do you think was the key moment in this race for you?
When I knew that I had the speed early on in finals, but a wise man once told me you got to peak at the right time. So I knew, I had a lot of speed coming into it, but I didn't want to use up all my energy, so I was just kind of letting it happen. And then at the end, the last 2 heats of finals, I told myself, like, all right, this is the time we need to peak. And I just, went for it. I went out there and flew, and if it was going to happen, it was going to happen. And if it wasn't, it wasn't. And today it happened.
It certainly did. Was that the best split S you've ever done in that Google Cloud Gate?
Oh man, I'll tell you what, that was inspired from something way bigger than me. Going on to lap 2 and just seeing 2 quads in front of you, it feels like it's over, and then you have that one hard flick of the stick through the split S gate and you're back in it. It was something that words can't describe for sure.
For sure, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, that move and others gets him to the top of the podium. This is what it looks like here at Level 1 Silicon Valley. Alex FPV, your winner, Halo Walker second, and Vanover in third. Vanover didn't win the level, but his winning time of 105.3 in Heat 5 was the U.S. Air Force fastest heat of the night. After level 1, our season standings look like this. Remember, of course, making it to the Golden Heat matters, but wins matter more. Alex earns 25 points, Halo Walker 20, and Vanover sits in third with 16.
Congratulations to the level 1 Silicon Valley champion, Alex FPV.
That does it for Level 1 Silicon Valley. Congrats again to Alex FPV. Follow DRL on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube. For Jordan Temkin, Paul Nurkla, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Craig Hummer. Thanks for watching. This is a copyrighted broadcast of Drone Racing League Incorporated. It may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of Drone Racing League Incorporated.